What's going on YouTube? It is me again, Grayman47, coming to you with another video. If you haven't already, guys, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I put out new content. I really appreciate that. That helps the channel grow. So today's video, we're going to take a look at a red dot by SwampFox Optics. So let's dive into it. All right, today's optic is the SwampFox Sentinel, which is brought to us from SwampFox Optics. And the reason why I purchased this particular optic is because I actually bought the Canik TP9 Elite SC, and I had a hard time finding a good solid optic for that pistol. I did some research, I watched some YouTube videos of other gun tubers, and I found out that the SwampFox Sentinel was a good option for the Canik TP9 Elite SC. So I went out, I purchased it. I actually got it off of Optics Planet, and I believe I paid about $250 for this optic. So the price of it wasn't too bad. Falls in line, right in line with some of the other optics in its category. The only nice thing, or the other nice thing about this particular optic is that the body is actually made out of aluminum as opposed to polymer. So for me, that was a big deal. So I did go ahead and order that. I mounted it on the Canik, and if you go back to my channel and watch my videos on the Canik TP9, you'll see that see how I installed it onto this pistol, and also see me shoot it at the range as well. Although during that video I did not talk much about the optic itself or compare it to another optic, I did get some comments in the comment section asking for a review on the optic itself, so that's why I'm doing this video. Alright, let's take a look at what's in the box when you purchase the Sentinel. First, it comes in a nice solid box that is, I think, good presentation of the optic. So when you first get it, you might be impressed by the initial presentation. On one side of it, it has the specs of the particular op that you purchased. So all of that is there. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. But let's open the box up and see what's inside. Alright, so they give you just a little tab about SwampFox support, how to contact the support system, and also the manual for the optic itself. So that manual is there, and then they also give you a micro cleaning cloth for the optic, the glass on the optic, and then they give you 3 sets. They give you 3 different types of screws for different guns that you're going to mount it on, and they give you 2 sets, so 4 of each of these types of screws, which is, I think, pretty awesome. Also, in addition to that, they give you the actual red dot itself with a sheath, a rubber sheath, which I actually have it installed here, but this is the sheath that it comes in. And they also give you a tool for mounting the red dot on the different pistols. So that's also very easy to use and nice to have. The battery is also included, and a mini screwdriver to help you adjust the windage and elevation as well. In addition to, and just so you know, this gun is safe, just so you see. In addition to the Canik TP9 Elite SC, the footprint also fits on a number of other very popular guns, including the 6-hour P365 XL, the Smith & Wesson 2.0, the Hellcat, the Optic Ready Hellcat. So in addition to this, it does fit a number of other very popular pistols as well. I think the Glock 43X also. So a really good small red dot for your compact, subcompact, and micro pistols. Alright, so I found the installation of the SwampFox Sentinel to be very easy. The first thing that you obviously have to do is you have to remove the plate from the slide, and they also provide you in this box with a plastic gasket which helps keep it watertight. You put that down first on the slide, and then after that you're going to take the actual optic itself and you're going to mount the CR2032 battery underneath the optic, and then you're going to place it over top of the gasket using the screws that they provided for the proper firearm. You're going to use that tool and you're just going to fasten it down. I also put some blue Loctite on my screws just to give it some extra security, so it absorbs that shock without losing zero. So once you've done that, take it to the range, zero it out. The reason that I bought this optic was because I did purchase the Canik Elite, or the Canik TP9 Elite SC compact, and I needed a optic to go on it that wasn't too large, that actually fit the size of it. But in addition to the actual size, I also wanted one that wasn't going to break the bank, because if you know anything about the Canik pistols, they are very reasonably priced. So I didn't want to buy an optic that was going to cost me way more than the pistol itself. So I was looking for something that was quality, but also at the same time fairly priced, which brought me to the Sentinel here. And it also, in comparison to some of the other micro pistol red dot optics that are on the market, this one's made of the 70-75 aluminum in comparison to the polymer what some of the other ones are made of. So I felt just a little bit better about the construction and the body of this optic itself. One of the things that I was opposed to or did not like about the SwampFox Sentinel was the fact that the battery needs to be placed underneath the housing, as I mentioned before. The only nice thing about that, I guess the thing that kind of equalizes that, is it uses the CR2032 battery, which has an extremely long lifetime, so that you don't have to change it out very often anyhow. So that was became kind of a non-issue at that point for me. Also, I think the controls are placed on the optic very sensibly, and they just kind of make sense where they are. They're not too large, not too small. The brightness settings on each side, up on the left, right on, or down on the right. And there are 10 different settings of brightness that you can set for this optic. So that was another plus for this optic that I did like as well. Also, in addition to that, it also has the shake and wake system also. So there's two options when you buy the Sentinel. You can buy the always or continuous on version, which stays on no matter what, or you can buy the shake and wake, which means as soon as it senses motion, it turns on, but once it's been sitting for quite some time with no motion, it turns off to conserve battery. So that, along with the CR2032 battery, I think there should be some long-lasting life when it comes to I have to say that the glass that they actually use is very clear. I had no problem seeing through this glass. It wasn't you know, distorted in any kind of way. It was very, very clear, which I was impressed with. The only thing that another thing I did not like about it is the fact that the view area is pretty small, but that's what you're going to get whenever you are looking for one of these small micro type optics anyhow. But considering that it is such a small optic, it doesn't necessarily feel like it. I was very impressed how easily I could pick up that red dot with this pistol, and like I said, how clear the glass was and all of that. So I did put quite a few rounds. I would say maybe 600 or 700 rounds total so far since I've had this through this Canik, and it just keeps running. I zeroed it in, and you know, it hits what I shoot it, what I pointed at. So I have really very few complaints with this optic, and so this was my very first SwampFox Optics product, and I gotta say I was pleased with that. So I will be looking to purchase and evaluate some more SwampFox Optic products that are out there. So that's it, folks. That's all I have for you on this optic. If you're looking for an optic or for a micro or subcompact or compact pistol that is going to be easy to conceal and carry, and is not going to weigh a lot or take up a lot of space on your body or in your holster, this is one you really want to consider. Like I said, it's constructed of you know, aluminum instead of polymer. So if that's a big deal to you, you know, that's something that this has in terms of a positive. And also, like I said earlier, it's a good looking optic, and if you can see here on the Canik TP9, it just looks good. So it functions well, looks good. That's all I want in an accessory or a pistol itself. All right, so that's it. Again, the SwampFox Optics Sentinel, shake and wake option, 3 MOA dot. That's all I got. All right, so again, folks, if you didn't already, please do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, because that really helps that channel grow. Also, like and share and hit that notification bell. All right, thanks for riding with me on this one. I'll see you in the next video. Like I always say, y'all, if you ain't packing, you're slacking. I'll see you when I see you.